So today we're talking about the best diet for weight loss, and this is something which I really care about. We're not going to go into whether you should or shouldn't lose weight, but instead, for those of you who do want to lose weight, we're going to break down this whole best diet thing. Because let's be honest, it can be a bit of a minefield, and there are so many different diets out there which people claim are the best. You've got ketogenic diets, intermittent fasting, carnivore diets, vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, and you've got combinations of these as well. So which is it? So hey everyone, if you're new here, then I'm James. I'm a nutritionist from Hurry the Food Up, and I specialise in weight loss and do weekly videos on weight loss tips for you. If that sounds good, then make sure that you press the subscribe button and the notification icon to stay up to date with our videos. Alright, so yeah, there are a lot of different diets out there, and wherever you look, there's someone claiming amazing results on a certain diet, and then someone claims amazing results on a different diet. And there's just so many different opinions on this. And it can be a bit confusing if you look at the data as well, because more than likely, you'll find pros and cons for basically any diet out there. One study says it's really good, it's positive, it makes positive changes to some of your blood markers, and then another study actually highlights some negatives to it. Now, that is the way that research works, and we have to keep doing that to really understand what's going on and what's best for us. But it does mean that it's just a little bit overwhelming at times. There's still loads of research going on, and in truth, we don't know everything. And this is really important for me as a nutritionist and as someone who works in general practice, because the data is important as well as the long-term health consequences and outcomes. So this is something which I'm going to keep an eye on. But as far as this video is concerned and which diet is best for weight loss, well, there's probably a pretty easy answer for that. And that's the diet which you can stick to over the long term. When it comes to weight loss, it's not something which you just do over a day, a week, or in most cases even a month or two. It's something which might need to happen over a year, 2 years, or actually just the rest of your life. And for that, we're talking about the long term. Now, in order to be able to lose weight anyway, you need to be in what's called a calorie deficit. So eating less calories than you need to just maintain your body weight. And you've got to do that every day, or more or less every day, over the long term. And that's how we get that long-term weight loss. So we need to be in that calorie deficit over the long term. And in my opinion, that means picking and sticking to a diet which you can do over the long term. There's no point trying something which you might be able to do just for a week or two, maybe even a month if you really push it. You lose weight, and then actually you just bin it off because you found that it sucked. When it's like that and you actually have to put a lot of effort into just dieting to lose weight, afterwards you commonly see that the weight just goes back up and you yo-yo diet. You go up, you go down, you maybe plateau for a bit, and then you try it again. And actually it's a bit of a negative place to be, and it doesn't lead to that long-term consistency which people are after. And the diet is only one part of weight loss. Most people have to tackle the other parts as well, which make them not able to lose weight or instead gain weight. So here we're talking about healthy habits like exercise, and we're talking about the mental side of things as well, and things which might trigger you to eat. And again, this is something that you've got to incorporate over the long term, because if you just do it for a month or two, then the likelihood is you'll go back to the old habits which got you where you didn't want to be in the first place. And what we see in the studies seems to agree with this. It's really common for people to put on weight or get back to that same weight that they were at after about a year of dieting. So that tells us that something in that period worked, but you weren't able to stick to it, or things slid back to where they were. And that's what we want to stop. And that's why we talk about what diet is best over the long term, and not just a short diet that you can do for a month. Now, my personal preference and what I would generally suggest is a non-restrictive diet. And so that I mean that you don't cut out anything like carbohydrates and go on a low carb diet or a keto diet, but instead you eat all of the food groups that you enjoy. I found that that seems to work much better for most people, because they're able to enjoy their diet a lot more. And it leads to a healthier relationship with food, which is what we really want at the core of this. And it's what we teach in our weight loss course, where we've helped hundreds of people to lose weight. But this is something which I am quite honest about. I don't claim that our diet or our approach is the only method, because for some people it just really doesn't work, and they might find things a lot easier if they do something like intermittent fasting, and that's okay. If we do get more evidence that says one specific diet is better or one is detrimental for your health, then we need to work with that. But as a bit of a sum up, in terms of which diet is best for you to lose weight, it's the diet that you can stick to over the long term. Generally, whichever diet that you can stick to, you can build healthy relationships into this, maybe exercise, understanding your mental triggers, that's probably the right diet to go for. And if it means that you lose weight, keep it off for good and feel good, then really that's the most important thing. So that's the end of today's video. I hope you found it useful, and I'd love to know which diet you think is the best or which you find easiest to get on with. So let me know in the comments section which diet you think is best for weight loss. As always, do give the video a thumbs up and press subscribe and the notification icon if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.